Welcome to Discovering. Tonight we're on 2 lake trout charter fishing trips, one from this summer and one from 10 summers ago.
The biggest fish I've caught.
There we go, we got him. Well done. That's the nicest of the day.
So sit back and relax. It's Monday night and it's time for Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forest thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
There's a fish on this one. And he's there. And it's just a nice steady retrieve. Keep the pole up high. And a nice steady retrieve. At least probably 220 feet of fishing line out there. It's your left arm that tires out from holding the rod up. We got 42 feet to go. There he is. See him back there? He's staying down pretty good. There we go. Yeah, nice fish too. So Michael Jackson's working today.
I'm always excited for a day of fishing and or filming others catching fish. It doesn't matter what species. Walleye, bluegill, perch, pike, bass, salmon, trout, you name it. The great thing about the UP, we have a lot, and there are a lot of different methods of fishing. Casting from shore, wading in a river, kayak, canoe, small boat, large boat. Today, it's a charter boat.
It's a 30-foot sport craft with a 10-foot beam. So it gives us a lot of room to fish, and it's pretty stable on the water. It's Rainbow Charters. We fish out of Grand Marais, Michigan. We've been doing it for about 12 seasons now, targeting lake trout. The majority of the fish are lake trout that we target. And we do all-day and half-day charters. I've been fishing out here since 1968, probably. So, and my dad ran the charter boat for, probably 10 years, and then I started doing it in 2010 or so. I'm sure there's a lot worse ways to make a living than running a boat every day, you know. It's good fun. I enjoy being out on the water and fishing, catching fish, watching other people catch fish. The season's been great. It started early because it got warmed up early. So we did more charters this May than we've ever done in the history of chartering. So it's great. It started out really good. We can get the wind to stay down, we'll be all set.
Grand Marais is a small harbor town on the shores of Lake Superior, on the eastern end of the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. Not a place one just travels through on their destination elsewhere, it's a destination of its own. We left the harbor early in the morning for a half-day charter. FYI, the only place in Grand Marais to get coffee this early is the local grocery store. Rod took us way out into the vast and calm waters of Lake Superior.
What do they say, 10% of the water holds fish? so it's a lot of luck.
Lake trout prefer cold water. As nearshore waters warm in the summer, they follow the cold water temperatures to depths of 100 to 200 feet or more. As soon as we got out and the rods were set, the fish started biting.
Oh, there's a fish too. All right, who wants them? They came off. Just when you said I can have it. We'll try and pass back over that spot. And that's in shallower water too. Yeah. It wasn't in that 230. I said, it's a good fish. They get to about 100 feet and I think they start to see the light. They pull a little bit harder. We've got color. There we go. Mark them. So we rip a gill on these fish and bleed them out in the cooler. And it makes less of a mess on the cleaning table. And they do taste a little bit better when you get all the blood out of them. More mark fish number 2, please. And that was the bottom.
They have a clip that's right on the weight, so they put it down to the desired depth, which is 200 feet. And when the fish hits, the pressure from the fish releases it's like a clothespin, like your laundry. And sometimes the hit isn't strong enough to release it, so Rod's watching the rod tip, and he sees it. That's what he's looking at, and they give it a jerk to help release the clip. Now a big fish will pull the clip right off. Like 10 pounds and over, it'll release. We'll probably get a couple that big.
So what we do is we let them down until they hit the bottom, and then we'll let them settle in, and then we'll go back and drop them down and get to the bottom again because they pull out away from the boat.
We only set 3 lines out, 2 in the deep water, trolling with downriggers to bring the bait down to those 200-foot depths, and 1 shallower rod, which I don't think we caught a single fish on.
Got spoons on all 3 of them actually. Monkey puke on the port side and Michael Jackson on the starboard side. Well, if you start running more rods and reels, you're fishing so deep that it becomes a tangled mess. And I'd rather spend my time fishing than untangling fishing line. Oh, you got fish, Walter.
You got a fish.
Reel them in. The problem with catching these fish so deep is that it's hard to let them go because from coming up so far, they really don't survive. The DNR says the mortality rate's 40% just because of the temperature change. There you go. Well done. Mark them. Number 3. Pretty Lake Superior lake trout. Yeah, it's there.
Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead, try.
I'm big excited now.
Reel it right tight to the water.
Tight as you can reel it. Good pull up.
I didn't feel the break free yet.
Yes.
There you go, you got it.
Think so?
Catch up, yeah, it's off.
All right. I thought it'd feel more hot. 150.
This is a different species.
I know.
The other one.
There you go, Ron. You want this one? a nice fish. You don't want to come in with us a little bit. There we go. Nice job. Well done. Mark them. Look at the hooks off of them already.
The morning went by fast. Fish hit those 2 rods one after the other. We were doubled up 3 times. Probably lost as many fish as we landed. They were hitting the bait light, but that's fishing.
You're supposed to look strange, Mark.
Oh! It's too much fun to look strange.
I think you're 41 balls. A big one.
Oh yeah, mine's bigger. Oh no! Oh! That's what I get for bragging. Oh boy.
It's supposed to get windy this afternoon, but it's gorgeous right now.
Color's pretty thin.
All right, who wants this one?
I can feel it down there.
Blue dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
My dad played.
There's my fish. That was a feisty fish.
They let me battle another laker, and Walt and I were doubled up, determined to land them both.
You grabbed the right one.
I say, it feels pretty heavy.
I got a middle.
Oh, we got a double going here. Woo!
It's so exciting. You just want to reel them in now.
Right?
I'm gonna go behind you.
Maura was behind the camera here. I might just have to hire her for more fishing shoots.
Gonna give it a kiss?
Get out of here before that wind gets here. All right, fish on.
Come on, Mara.
This is the biggest fish I've caught in at least a couple of years. I am over the moon. Wow, look at the fins on this guy. What a fish. How much does it weigh? Let's see.
15.3. Wow.
15.3. What a dandy. That's a successful day on the lake. Absolutely.
Catching fish with rainbow charters reminded me of the very first time that I was on a charter boat on Lake Superior and caught a lake trout. It was about 10 years ago on a girls' fishing trip out of the Ontonagon Harbor on the Voyager with Captain Al Flatsky.
Oh yeah, that's really professional.
Right before this trip, I bought my very first professional video camera and brought it along. Actually, with the thought that someday it would be cool to do stories like Buck Levasseur on Discovering. But I hadn't bought a good microphone yet, so the sound is either non-existent or isn't very great, so sorry about that. I want to share this video with you as a tribute to Captain Al, who passed away in 2017. Yet he's still a legend in the outdoors community of Ontonagon County, and I've been on many boats where someone shared a memory of being on his boat or a fishing trick they learned from him, or how it didn't matter who you were, he treated everyone like a deckhand. Captain Al was an avid sportsman. In addition to being a boat captain for over 40 years, he was also a bear guide. If he was still with us today, I'm sure I would have had him on the show multiple times. You get a big one. When it was my turn to reel in a fish, it became a team effort. The reel broke off the rod and the fish was a lot stronger than me.
It's gotta have muscle.
I got tough. You're tough.
You'll get her too. This might be a decent fish, eh? Looks like a good fish. Oh, it's broke. Oh, a rod, different rod. We're hooked on to. Oh, it's got to be a hell of a fish. It's got to be a good fish. Oh, yeah, this is a nice fish. Big one now. I know he's big.
You could do it, Kristen. Oh wow, it's big. I thought I liked it. You did it!
It's been so long that I don't even remember how much that fish weighed. Actually, I don't even think we weighed it. Kind of like another personal hunting record of mine, which brings up another memory of Captain Al. That's a story for another day. On the boat that day were my friends Kara, Shar, and Allie, and I think it's a memory that none of us will ever forget.
Well, that's it for this week. Be sure to check out 906outdoors.com, where you'll find the 906 Fishing Report, TV6 weather, shopping, and more. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next week, right here on Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.